All right, so hop back over here on GC. Hope you guys enjoyed yesterday. Hope you guys had good summons. How'd it go? Let me know down below. Did you pop off? Did you go miserable? We had some of the best summons ever, so I'm not going to say I did bad. I did very good yesterday. Not to brag or hype it up, but I did good, bro. So beyond that, they did add some free gifts over here that I wanted to talk about and make sure you guys are aware of, and also a bit of a dilemma to be aware of, because they did add a new LR collection system, and a lot of players are like, that's trash, pretty much, right? The LR collection heroes are weird. Pretty much, they're, as the name is stated, they're LR, say it with me now, collection. You're just doing it to collect them, not really to actually, like, pop off with them. Let's be real here, those buffs are not worth it by any means. To say, like, dude, this is the next best... No, it's not. They're pretty mediocre buffs. Is that a problem? No, they dropped 3 characters. And remember, I'm okay with this system if it was cheaper. I think that the fix they need to go with is either buff them up more or cheapen the cost a bit more. So let's say you make it 50 per one, or you make it buffed up higher for the cost of what they're putting it at, which is like 70, which is like, huh? Not the best. But yeah, that's there. Today we're talking about this over here and like going over what to do with this Light and Darkness box. It is a really good box, and I do not want you to mess this up because a lot of you will reach this tomorrow or the day after. So please take care of this properly and pick accordingly. The Light and Darkness box has some good stuff in here. It has between an LR selection jewel, it has a Harvestinger token, the Deer token, the Skull and Hottie token, and the Nidhogg token. It does not have Squirrel. So don't think that like picking a relic is good. First, let's make this clear. Do not touch a relic because most of you don't need the relic, okay? Let's be real. In all of this, you get these as gifts almost every festival. Almost every festival, there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4 free relics every time that will be there to give you a free relic. Do not ever claim these tokens. They're not worth it. The 2 things that claim are either the LR selection jewel or the legendary seal. The legendary seal is meant for, hey, you can't LR or you can't select anybody here because you have them all, but you can get 100 seals to either go and build the one character missing here, which is Cusack, or the collection heroes, which is again like 210, I'm pretty sure, at 70 each, times 3, that's 210 LR, or legendary seals to take care of, which is a lot. It's a freaking lot, bro. So just remember that is the case. When it comes to it, is the LR collection heroes worth it? They're worth it for GP, they're worth it for collecting, they're not worth it meta-wise. So that's the first part. Between these two, it only depends on if you have all the top roster here and you don't give a damn about the rest of the roster, then you go for legendary seals, or if you want to save 6 weeks to 7 weeks for the next character to drop, because again, it is a collection batch we just got, it'll take probably 6 to 7 weeks to get the actual new LR character. It takes about 1 to 2 months, so be aware. Now, if it's, hey, I want one of these, who do I pick? Go, who is the best character? For all of you newbies out there, there's a definitive answer that I can already give you, and you can be happy, and you can't, type an angry comment down below. The definitive best character in the game, LR-wise, is Ellie. That's it. The definitive best character. PvE-wise, Goddess. PvP, we'll talk about that later, but mainly PvE, she helps in every content, and she helps tenfold. You saw whatever it is, the newest content that dropped here for the dragon. She was an absolute carry for those that don't have a character. Her and LR Marg did absolutely insane. Both characters are very good. Ellie is that good of a character. Heals, buff, ult, debuffs, cleanse debuffs constantly, and then ult to build more ult gauge. It's an insane character. Highly recommend anybody you get here today, it has to be LR Ellie. But hey, go. I already have LR Ellie. I've already listened to you say that, and I already know the community told me that, so I already have that. What do I do now? You then have, in my opinion, 3 or like, in a way, certain characters. There's 4 characters, correct? How I would say it is, you have LR Helbram, who is a very good fairy character. If you're planning on building fairy team or running them in sort of ways, that will be the character for you. If you are running unknown team and you want to see a character in PvE and potentially PvP, that will be LR Merlin. Depends on the team that you're choosing to run. LR Merlin is very good PvE-wise. For some of the PvE content that I've recorded over the last few months now, boss guides, Merlin is included in like 6 out of the 10. That's how good she is. Her single target damage is amazing. On top of that, her buffs and everything, they're very, very good. I would say that Merlin unequivocally is one of the best characters on this ticket, but I will say that it depends on the race you're running. If you're not running unknown team, unknown Merlin is not for you, correct? In that case, if you're running solo leveling team, people have been waiting for this. Brunhild is now there. Go get Brunhild. Brunhild is insane. For human team, she is still in PvP and still pops off in PvP. It's not even funny. Yes, you have Tristan there touching the entire competition, but no, still, Brunhild is a very good character. So if you need that human character, that's Brunhild. If Cusack was on here, that's the demon character. And I know a lot of people have been investing in demons, and maybe they're running, you know, maybe LR Cusack with Tristan, who knows if that's the demon comp you're running. Just remember that exists, where up and coming, we're going to have a new, you know, potential Meliodas, demon, whatever. We'll see how that goes. But you could see some revive with Cusack. And also, Cusack works very well PvE-wise. He is a still very solid unit. So if it doesn't work here, that's where you're going to have to go to get your Cusack, pretty much. Beyond that, I would say that Marg is genuinely one of the best characters. Margaret is worth it. If you were to pick somebody up, it's Margaret. Genuinely still one of the best characters to go for. Fairy team together, I think the King is still good. I wouldn't say like to go for him, but I would say that again. Glocks too. Glocks runs in one of the... I don't use Glocks in there anymore. I never liked using Glocks. The teams that I used was Ragnarok and then like a pseudo Valenti team. I never used Glocks like that, but Glocks does work for Squirrel. I would say that for most beginners out there, these three are not for you. And I would say that if you are running Fairy Team, it's probably Hellbrum first, because you'll use him as the bench. Right? In a way, that's probably the way to go. No Gallant, in my opinion. I still think that Escanor has his pros, but more so time has done its course on him. I would say that still... I don't know. I wouldn't say it. And then I wouldn't say these two, too. Yeah, I'd probably say... So, if I were to, I would say... I would definitely say Ellie is up there, 100%. I would say, depending on the comp you're running, Merlin, Hellbrum, so Hellbrum for fairies, this for unknown, this for human, and then if it's Cusack that you have to claim, he's really worth it, and he's worth it for demons. Then I would still say Margaret, Margaret still, and then Escanor. I would say that like that's the thing. After Margaret's Escanor, I would say that these ones over here are just like kind of fodder, and you don't really use them anymore. I would even say Deanne. So Escanor Deanne or Deanne. So Escanor Deanne, I'll say Deanne is still good. I wouldn't say like God tier, but I think still good. It's just Kian is so much better, and you're gonna run Kian more so than you're ever gonna run this. That's what happens that you're not running this. Could run this with Sin's team and stuff like that, but that's kind of where it's at when it comes to the selector. I would also say that there's no problem picking this and picking up the collection heroes. That's only if you don't have, or you already have everybody here you want, and you don't have a character that you actually want. If that is the case, then do not touch this, and be my guest and pick this. But don't be like, I'd rather LR Greymoor because he's meta, or Hauser, or Gilthunder because they're meta. They're not meta, but they definitely did pick a revive up a little bit, but not enough to say, I'm better than the other LR roster. Right? Definitely not enough to say they're better than this. Yeah. Keep that in mind. All right, keep that in mind. That's the only problem. All right, so do what you will with this information. Get ready for it. I would still not pick up the relics. I'd go for the LR characters. If you are going for LR collection, that's your prerogative. That's 100 LR coins to help you towards that. Or if you're picking up an LR character, that's the list for who I think are the best ones still. Or you could save like 6 to 7 weeks until the new one drops. But that's like a lot of saving, and you'll probably pick up enough LR coins that you cap out. And you don't want to cap out. All right? Take care, have fun. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, and I'll see you later today or tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Peace out.